Good evening, students. It's Vishwanath Kanu sir here. Today I will show you how to insert one or more rational numbers between two given rational numbers. So before starting this topic, we will take a quick recap of what we have learned before that in the earlier classes. That to know about the rational numbers, we should be clear about the numbers like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and then we come to the rational numbers. So natural numbers are just the counting numbers, the numbers starting from 1 2 3 4 up to infinity. Whole numbers are 0 with the natural numbers, 0 1 2 3 dot 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 up to infinity. Negative numbers are just the negative of the natural numbers, say -1 -2 -3 -4 dot 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 up to infinity, and it stands left to the 0 of the number line. Now the combination of all these three, the natural numbers, whole numbers, and the negative numbers together is known as the integers. Now comes the rational numbers. So rational numbers is nothing but a fraction which can be represented in the form p by q, where p by q, where p and q are integers and the denominator q is not equal to 0. Denominator q is not equal to 0. It means in a fraction the denominator should not be equal to 0. All other numbers, say for example 7 8 9 10, can be expressed in the form of rational numbers, say 7 by 1 8 by 1. Okay, but 1 by 0 or 5 by 0 or 4 by 0 is not a rational number because the denominator is 0 and it is not defined. Now we will learn how to insert one or more rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Now first we'll see case 1. Now case 1, you see, to find one rational number between two given rational number. Now if you have to find only one rational number, so it's very simple, just we have to add the numbers and divide it by 2. So let a and b be two rational numbers. Let a and b be two rational numbers. Then we have to find only one rational numbers between them. So we will see that the numbers, one of them will be greater than the other. Okay, here suppose we have b greater than a, then the rational number between them is a plus b divided by 2. Now for example, we have to find a rational number between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Okay, we have to find one rational number between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Now you see both the denominators are 7 here. Both the denominators are 7. Okay, and 4 and 5 is there, so 5 is generally greater than 4. So here b is greater than a. B is greater than a. It means 5 by 7 is greater than 4 by 7. So one rational number between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7 is, we will add 4 by 7 and 5 by 7 and we'll divide it by 2. So I have taken half of 4 by 7 plus 5 by 7. Now you see both the denominators are same, 7 and 7. So I have taken the common LCM as 7, and 7 1 is 7, so 4 1 is 4, 7 1 is 7, so 5 1 is 5 we got. So now half into 4 plus 5 will become our 9 by 7. Now half into 9 by 7 will become 9 by 14. So this is to find if we have only one rational numbers between given two rational numbers. Now suppose we want to find more than one, say 2 or 3 rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Now what we have to do, we will follow the next rule, case 2, where we have to find more than one rational number. Okay, suppose if we have to find very few where if you say two or three two or three rational numbers between any two rational number, then you can also apply the previous method, that is say what method we have applied before, the mid value method. Okay, the mid value method. This method is also known as mid value method, means we will find the average of the numbers. Now suppose we have to find three rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Now I have taken the same question, so it will be comfortable to understand. 4 by 7 and 5 by 7, I have to find here three rational numbers. Okay, now when we have done in earlier part, we have to find one rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7, one rational number, then we have just added the numbers and we have divided by 2. In the same manner, if you have to find three rational numbers, then please note the star mark given here, this portion, that what we have to do, suppose our number I have represented in the form of number line, say our first rational number is a and the second rational number is b, so the mid value of them, is this, a plus b divided by 2. Okay, this is one rational number between them. Now I have to find three rational number between them, so next second rational number I will find between a and a plus b by 2. So again I will add them and I will divide them by 2. This method, a plus the mid one divided by 2. And the third rational number I will find between a plus b by 2, this one, and b. So I will add these two and divide it by 2. Okay, again I am telling, first I will find between a and b. I will find the rational number between a and b. I will divide them by 2. A plus b divided by 2. So this is the first rational number. Second rational number I will take between a and a plus b by 2. I will add these two and divide it by 2. This method. Okay, and third rational number I will take between a plus b by 2 and b. I will add these two and divide it by 2. This method. Alright. Now I have taken here two numbers, 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. These are the two numbers, 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. So generally we have seen that 5 by 7 is greater than 4 by 7. So one rational number between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7, one rational number between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7, I will just add them and divide the number by 2. Okay, so you can see here what I have done, half of 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. So since the denominator is same, 7, I have added them. 7 1 just 7, so 4 1 just 4 will come, 7 1 just 7, so 5 1 just 5 will come, 4 plus 5 9 by 7, so half into 9 by 7 will become 9 by 14. Now the second rational number I will find between 4 by 7 and 9 by 14, because this is the mid one, 9 by 14 is the mid one, so I'll find between, as I have shown you the earlier a and b method, 4 by 7 and 9 by 14 I will add and I will divide it by 2. So I have taken between 4 by 7 and 9 by 14. So the second rational number. So what I have done, half of this 4 by 7 and 9 by 14, LCM of 7 and 14 is 14. So 7 2 ja is 14. So 8 4 2 ja is 8. 14 1 ja is 14. So 9 1 ja is 9. Alright. Now half into 8 plus 9 is 17 by 14. So this 1 into 17 will become 17 and 2 into 14 will become 28. 17 by 28. all right. And third rational number I will find between our 9 by 14 and our 5 by 7. 9 by 14 and 5 by 7, because 9 by 14 was the mid one, so 9 by 14 and 5 by 7. Again the same method, I will add them and divide the number, whole number, by half. Okay, so this is the process you see here. Half bracket 9 by 14 plus 5 by 7 will give you equal to half. LCM of again 14 and 7 is 14. 14 1 ja 14, so 9 1 ja 9, 7 2 ja is 14, so 5 2 ja 10. So half into 19 by 14 becomes our 19 by 28. All right, so three rational numbers between them is uh, 17 by 28, 9 by 14 and 19 by 28. Now the third case is the gap method. Now gap method is used to find more rational numbers. Say if you want to find 5 6 7 8 9 10 rational numbers between any two given numbers, so we will use this gap method. And this gap method is little bit critical to understand, but once you understand, you feel it more comfortable to do. Now I have given here some steps. If you follow the steps, then you will be able to do the sums properly. Now the first step is step 1. If you see here, step 1, this one, you have to find the gap between the numbers, gap between the rational numbers a and b. So how we find the gap between two numbers, say a and b? If I want to find the gap between, say 5 and 7, what is the gap? 7 minus 5, the gap is 2. If our a is smaller than b, means 5 is smaller than 7, so the gap is 7 minus 5 divided by 7 minus 5 equal to 2. So in the same manner, if the number, say a and b we have taken, the gap will be, if b is greater, the gap will be b minus a. All right, now once we got the gap b minus a, divide the gap by n plus 1 if you have to find n rational numbers. Now suppose we have to find 7 rational numbers. Okay, if we have to find 7 rational numbers, we will divide this gap b minus a by 7 plus 1. Okay, it means here n is 7. If you have to find 8 rational number, then we'll divide the gap by 8 plus 1. Okay, so it's given here, divide the gap n minus 1, n plus 1 if you have to find n rational numbers. Now third step will be multiply this gap by, multiply this gap means what we have taken out, b minus a by n plus 1 by 1 2 3 until n, and add each product to a. All right, so I'm making it more clear. You see, you have two rational numbers, say a and b. First step is to find the gap, b minus a. Second step is the gap you will divide it by the number of rational numbers you want to find. Say it is 7, you will divide it by 7 plus 1. See, if the number of rational number is, say we have to find n, we have to divide it by n plus 1. Third step is this b minus a by n plus 1, we have to multiply it by 1 2 3 4 5. Say how many numbers we want to find, say n rational number 7, we will go on multiplying it by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and add this b minus a by n plus 1 with a plus 1 into this gap what you have created, b minus a by n plus 1. So I am showing you one sum here. This will make you more comfortable to understand. Say we have to find 5 rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. You have to find 5 rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Now generally we see here the denominator is same 7, so 5 is greater than 4. So if I want to find the gap between 5 and 5 by 7 will be greater than 4 by 7. So if you want to find the gap between them will be 5 by 7 minus 4 by 7. The gap is 1 by 7. Okay, b minus a. Okay, now I have given here we have to find 5 rational numbers. We have to find 5 rational numbers. So n is 5. N is 5. Now to find 5 rational numbers, we have to divide this gap 1 by 7 by 5 rational number is there, 5 plus 1 it will become 6. Okay, because I have told you earlier that if you have to find n, we will make it n plus 1. Now as I have told you here, b minus a divided by n plus 1. So b minus a was 1 by 7 and this I will divide by n plus 1, which is 6. So 1 by 7 divided by 6, it becomes 1 by 7 into 1 by 6, which becomes 1 by 42. So our gap b minus a by n plus 1 is equal to 1 by 42. Alright, now the 5 rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7 are, see I have done it more elaborately. You can see it here. The first rational number, okay, 4 by 7 plus 1 into 4 by 2 of 1 by 42. So 4 by 7 is nothing but our a plus 1. I have told you have to multiply it. Say I have to find 5 decimal numbers. I will go up to 5 steps here. So a plus 1 into our b minus a by n plus 1. So this is a is our 4 by 7 plus is plus 1 into this b minus a by n plus 1. We have solved it earlier, which is 1 by 42. So I have multiplied it directly 1 by 42. So 4 by 7 plus 1 by 42 will become our LCM. We will see that LCM is 42. So 7 and 42 LCM is 42. 7 6 ja 42. So 4 6 ja become 24. 42 1 ja 42. So 1 1 ja becomes 1. So 24 plus 1 it becomes 25 by 42. This is the first one. So similarly we'll do the other 4 rational numbers. So second one we will do in the same manner. Our a was 4 by 7 plus 2 into the gap what we have created, 1 by 42. So it becomes 4 by 7 plus 2 by 42. And then we'll take the LCM. Our LCM was similarly 42. 7 6 ja, so 4 6 ja 24, and 42 1 ja, so 2 1 ja 2, 24 plus 2 26 by 42. In the same manner we will find the other 3 rational numbers. So therefore the 5 rational numbers are 25 by 42, 26 by 42, 27 by 42, 28 by 42, and 29 by 42. Now next we'll see the case 4, which is the common denominator method. Now when we get some numbers where we don't have the common denominator, so our first target will be to make the denominators same by taking LCM, and consequently after taking the LCM sometimes we get the numbers, required numbers. Suppose we have to find 4 rational numbers between them and we get 5 or 6 differences between the two rational numbers, so we can pick easily 4 numbers from there, but sometimes we don't get. Okay, so at that time we will make the LCM same, denominator same, and if we don't get, we will just increase the numerator and denominator by a common multiple. Okay, now see, I am showing you three examples here to find using the common denominator method. So first question is, first find five rational numbers between 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Same question I have taken everywhere to make it more easy to understand. Now see, this method is different than the other one, but you see here they have the common denominator. So once the denominator is common, I have to find here five rational number. Okay, now between 4 and 5, 4 and 5, if you go for the whole numbers, 4 and 5, there is no gap, but between uh, 4 and 5 we can find infinite rational numbers. Okay, in whole numbers there is no gap, but uh, if you want to find rational numbers, there are infinite rational numbers between two rational numbers. Okay, so you can see here 4 and 5 is consecutive number, means one after another. The number which comes one after another is known as consecutive number. So when we have to find some rational numbers between two consecutive numbers and if the denominators are same, so if you have to find 5, we'll multiply it by 6. If you have to find 10, we'll multiply it by 11. It means if you have to find n, we'll multiply it by n plus 1. Alright, so you see we have to find here five rational numbers. We have to find here five rational numbers. So what I have done here, you see, we have to find five rational number. So I have taken 4 by 7 and 5 by 7. Now since I have to find five rational numbers, I have multiplied the denominator by 6 and also the numerator by 6. Means 5, I'll do 5 plus 1, and I'll do n plus 1. So only for consecutive numbers. So 4 into 6 becomes 24, 7 into 6 becomes 42. In the same manner, here you see 5 by 7 I have multiplied the denominator by 6 and the numerator also by 6. So it becomes 30 by 42. Now after getting the numbers 24 by 42 and 30 by 42, I have to find five rational numbers between them. So in this technique you exactly get five numbers. Say here 25 by 42, 26 by 42, 27, 28, 29. But this rule is applicable only for consecutive numbers if the denominators are same. Now if the denominators are not same, you have to make the denominators same by taking the LCM, and once you have made the numbers, you will see the gap between them. If the gap is alright, you can pick the numbers from there, and if the gap is not fulfilling the question, then you have to increase the uh, numbers on both the sides by a common multiple. Now see, I have taken one question on what I was discussing. The find five rational numbers between 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Now here you see 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Here if you go for the numerator is also not consecutive, neither the denominators are having the like fraction. Okay, both are unlike, means the denominators are not same. So what I'll see here, the first target in this type of question will be, you will see the denominators 2 and 5. You will take the LCM of them. Now 2 and 5 LCM will become 10. So your first target will be, your number was 1 by 2. To make the denominator 10, what you have to multiply? With 2 you have to multiply 5, and once what you have multiplied in the denominator, the same you will multiply on the numerator to make it a equivalent fraction, which will become 5 by 10. Alright, now stop for some time here, and I will explain you this one in the later portion. Now you see the other number what I have taken here was 3 by 5. Now 3 by 5, if I want to make the denominator 10, I have to multiply it by 2, and up also I will multiply by 2 to make it a equivalent fraction, and it will become 6 by 10. Alright, 6 by 10. Now what was our target? To find five rational numbers. Now between 5 and 6, you see again there is no whole number. 5, after 5 directly the 6 comes, but I have to find here rational numbers 5. So you are looking here, they have the common denominator 10, and 5 and 6 is again become consecutive. So what I have told earlier, if the number become consecutive having the same denominator, we'll multiply it by n plus 1 both on the numerator and the denominator. So here the n was 5, means number of rational numbers to find is 5. So I'll make it 5 plus 1 6, which I'll multiply on both the numerator and denominator. So here I have multiplied 10 into 6, it becomes 60, and 5 into 6 it becomes 30 by 60, and here you see 10 into 6 becomes 60 and 6 into 6 becomes 36 by 60. So exactly 5 numbers I am getting between them, 30 by 60 and 36 by 60 is 31 by 60, 32, 33, 34, 35 by 60. Alright, now see, we have to find 8 rational numbers between 3 by 8 and 9 by 16. This is a different case I am showing you. So I will take the LCM of 8 and 16. Alright, I have shown you the method here. This is the method you learned in the junior classes. 8 and 16 you will take the LCM. So 8 and 16 I will divide it by 2, 2 4 ja 8, 2 8 ja 16, then 2 2 ja 4, 2 4 ja 8, 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 2 1 ja 1, 1 2 1 ja 2. Now see, the LCM will be multiplication of all these number. 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16. So our LCM is 16. Alright, now we got the LCM 16. So the first number was 3 by 8 and the second number was 9 by 16. So first I have taken 3 by 8, 3 by 8 and 9 by 16. So to make the LCM denominator same as the LCM 16, I have multiplied the denominator by 2 and the numerator also by 2 to make it a equivalent fraction, that is 6 by 16. And in the same manner 16 was the denominator, so I have to multiply here 1, or I can keep it directly 9 by 16. So I multiplied here 1 and up also 1, the number becomes 9 by 16. So 6 and 9, there are 3 numbers. If you go for natural numbers, there are 7 2 numbers 7 8 between them, 6 and 9, but I have to find here 8 rational numbers. So what I have to multiply, I can multiply it by, say there are only 2 numbers. If I multiply it by 2, it becomes 12, and 9 becomes 18. I get 6 numbers. So thinking so much about the numbers, I will multiply the numbers by 10 10, both numerator and denominator. Okay, so we'll get a more set of numbers. From there we can easily pick 8 rational numbers. So I multiplied 16 into 10 and 6 into 10, it becomes 60 by 160, and 9 by 16, which I got here 9 by 16 only, I multiplied by 10 and 10, it becomes 90 by 160. Now 60 and 90, there are many numbers. Okay, 61 to 89, we will omit this 60 and 90 because we have to find between numbers. So we have numbers from 61 to 89. There are many numbers, we can pick any 8 numbers from there. So I have taken here 8 numbers, you see 61, 62, 63, 64, 86, 87, 88, 89 till the last number I have taken according to my choice. Now you can take directly 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69 like this, and some other students will take 61, 62, 75, 79, 76, 87, 81, 83. So all numbers may be different. So in rational numbers our answers may not match with each other because there are infinite rational numbers and we can get infinite number of answers. All right, and there are there are different techniques to get the answers. So I have explained you all the methods here. Now Whichever method you feel easy, you will apply that method. And if it is directed in the question to do by, say, the mid value method or the gap method, okay, or the common denominator, then you will do in that technique. Otherwise, whichever technique you feel comfortable, you will apply that to solve the sums. And I'm giving you one exercise here based on these techniques. Please try the exercise at home and submit me in the next class. Thank you.